Many of the aspects about this game blew my mind. Poof, just blew it. Just look at my initial reaction to loading up this game for the very first time.
Just loaded up Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the very first time. Somebody tell me why this loading screen music is so fire, nigga.
Now, no game is without their numerous faults, but I wasn't expecting it to go so hard. Like, this game goes harder than your father after popping a pill trying to please your mommy. Maybe I'm biased because I'm intrigued in Viking lore, and over the years I've grown to fall in love with Norse mythology. It's my favorite mythology, although I've still got a lot to learn. So don't go giving me little Norse mythological interviews in the comment section, fact-checking motherfucker. We're gonna break this video down into sections, and just so y'all know, I have not yet beaten this game, and I don't want to focus too hard on the bad parts. I'll save that for later if I choose to review this game, but I'm taking my sweet time, baby. Like the video if you haven't already, and we can finally begin. First off, we gonna talk about combat. If I could describe what it feels like to kill Saxons, bandits, your grandma, and mythological creatures in this game, I would simply say godlike. But definitely not at the start though. I play this game on hard because I like a challenge whenever I step into a new territory, Assassin's Creed Valhalla for instance. And I am not lying when I say that when you first start playing this game and fight people, especially the first boss fight, it just feels kinda slow. And if you think that's bad, since you're just starting off, you'll have little to no skill points whatsoever. So when you get to that first boss, unless you're a Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or Elden Ring player, you probably gonna get your ass whipped like a disobedient brother in 1776. This game really tests your skill level and quickness, and sometimes it even tests your mental stability. You could perfect your parrying to pull off some insanely satisfying kills, or simply roll out of the way every single time when it ain't necessary like a bitch. I was able to pull off some crazy feats in the heat of battle. For instance, I remember getting jumped. Hear me out. One of the dudes that jumped me picked up a warhammer and tossed that thing towards me, trying to take all my HPs. But at the last second, I caught that hole mid-air and flung it back at him, sending him straight to heaven's gates. You cannot tell me that doesn't sound badass. This game has got weapons on weapons on weapons, and if you work hard enough, you can even become worthy of Mjolnir, which is my main game goal that I'm currently working on. You can use axes, swords, spears, and there are many more weapon types to go around. For the first half of my playthrough, I mainly used an axe and a shield, but as my blocking, parrying, and attacking got better, I started using a hammer and an axe to send the ops to Valhalla. Playing with these bad boys made me wish that Eivor was a guest character in Mortal Kombat. Because believe me when I say that the way he fights is brutal, and it's what you'd expect from a mythological Viking, especially a demigod tier mythological Viking. Now we finna talk about the story. The story begins with you, little baby Eivor, trying to enjoy a feast with your clan, when suddenly a riot breaks out outside and you're forced to watch as your parents are slain by a rival clan's leader. You know, after your daddy puts his axe down to a false promise like a bitch. So now you and your brother Sigurd try to escape the carnage, and you find yourself being attacked by a wolf, getting bitten by it, earning the nickname of Wolf-Kissed, which you get referred to throughout the story, and from then on, the tension gets real. Eivor and his brother's relationship makes all kinds of twists and turns during the story. You even have an option later on to smash your own brother's wife, which I did not do because I'm not a traitorous son bitch like half of y'all probably watching this video right now. Valhalla's story features so much betrayal that so far in my playthrough, I've just learned not to give anyone the benefit of the doubt. I read every scripture to find clues of traitors, I hunt down every zealot I find, and I bitch slap false kings out of their thrones. But one thing that bothers me about the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the characters. My boy, these niggas never shut up. The characters in this game talk way too much. I've taken over a large portion of England in my playthrough already, probably like 70% of it, and I have yet to find a character that I find genuinely interesting besides the main character himself. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was filled with so many characters that I enjoyed to talk to and be around, especially Alcibiades. If you know, you know. It was filled with love interests, vast personalities, and character development, but so far, in my 40 to 50 hours of playing, someone tell me why the only love interest that have tried to grab my hammer have been males. Do I just give off Lil Nas energy? Where these goddamn hoes at? I've done search far and wide and I haven't found a single female to find. This game is beautiful. I cannot tell you how amazed I was at the design of Asgard and Jotunheim in this game. Whoever designed these areas needs a raise. or a new job because Ubisoft's employees have been quitting by the dozens lately. This game is filled with beautiful set pieces and mythological creatures, yet I feel like I've only seen half of them so far. I fought Fenrir, frost giants from Jotunheim, and witches, and it's only my second week out here. There are so many points where I just gladly sit back and look at the map or slowly walk along the realms and just take in their beauty. Even fighting hordes of enemies in these areas felt like watching art come to life, like a choreographed set piece from a movie, and I loved every second of it on God. Boss fights. This game gets pretty creative with the boss fights. From fighting Fenrir in Asgard, to elder frost giants in Jotunheim, as well as fighting Loki as he felt betrayed by you, so he went ahead and betrayed you too, putting you in situations to try and lead you into an early demise. I have not yet gotten tired of the siege and raiding missions as I run into these fortresses and castles with a different strategy and fighting style each time, with more abilities and skills than I had when I conquered the last. It is impossible not to have fun in this game. I just wish it had co-op, and I'm genuinely thinking of making my first full game review once I complete this game and get my hands on all the weapons, armor, and baby mamas I can find. If there are any, cause ooh, I swear, if one more man flirts with me in this motherfucking game, let me know if you enjoyed this style of video. I was inspired to do this by the Black Hokage's newest series on his channel, but I didn't want to rip him off and plagiarize, so I took the idea and made my own thing out of it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop your opinions in the comment section down below. Follow me on my Instagram at Demigah. The link is in the description, and I'll be seeing you. Take care and peace.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches, going both ways. She gon' do it for these fans. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up, stick it up, throw it back.